give you adoration. We worship your holy name. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice in it and be glad. This is yet another Sunday, another moment, the last Sunday in the month of April. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful moment. It's been a moment of glory and of power. It's been a moment of joy, and we bless God for a Sunday like this. We've been doing online broadcasting for some time now because of the lockdown. But God has been coming to our house. God has been coming to our places. God has been speaking to us from the beginning of the month. We thank God for keeping us. We thank God for giving us a good health. We thank God for making us to see a day, every day of our life. It's a gift of life, and that can only come from God. Nobody can give you life except God. So we thank God for the gift of life that God has been giving us. Thank God for the gift of health. Thank God because the Bible says God is a present help in time of trouble. He's been helping us to go through this difficult period. This is not a normal time, as people will say, but our God is ever faithful, is ever on the throne. So help us and to see us through this difficult period. He said there's no temptation that comes to us that he has not equipped us to face it. So I want us to just thank God. So if you know somebody out there, just tag them to be online. Just invite somebody to come on board and listen to this word of hope that is coming to us. This is a month of hope, and we've been teaching about hope. All we need at this period is hope. It is hope. Bible says to them that is joined with living, there is hope, for a living dog is better than a dead lion. So we need hope to keep moving on, and that's why this month of April has been dedicated as a month of hope, where we keep speaking the word of hope. And today too, we'll be speaking the word of hope to you. This is Reverend Ebenezer Alabi, the Apostle of Hope, coming to you live from Accra, Ghana. Wherever you are watching us from, I want you to invite somebody. I want you to talk to somebody. I want you to connect somebody, because God will be speaking to us this morning. And what am I talking about today? I'm talking about being ambassador of hope. Ambassador of hope. Ambassador of hope. Father, let the word of my mouth and the thoughts of my heart be accepted before thee in Jesus' name. Ambassador of hope. And we'll be looking at it and be seeing that what God wants us to do in a moment like this. What God wants us to do in an abnormal period like this. What God wants to do in a situation where people are losing hope. People doesn't know what to do. The job of people are bleak. They don't know what to, they can't see the future. They don't even understand what to do. The employer and the employee are confused at this time, because a lot of things is affecting businesses, it's affecting life, it's affecting home, and everybody is in a state of confusion. They don't know what to do. And last week we talked about knowing what to do when you don't know what to do. But today we'll be looking at what do you have to offer the world in a period like this. And that's why God is saying to us that we need to be an ambassador of hope. You and I need to be an ambassador of hope. And that's what we'll be looking at today. How do I become an ambassador of hope? What do I do to be an ambassador of hope? That's what we'll be looking at today. An ambassador of hope is an ambassador. Let's look at the definition of ambassador first. An ambassador is a representative of a country in another country. A representative of one country in another country. A career diplomat or an emissary or an envoy that has been sent to another country to represent the value and the culture or everything about that country in another country. Or a promoter of a specified activity. We also see an ambassador as a promoter of a specified activity. It can be an ambassador. We have so many ambassadors of a company, ambassador of a sports, ambassador of different things. And in this case, we are looking at ambassador of hope. So what we are looking at is that an ambassador of hope is a representative of Christ on earth to promote hope among mankind. An ambassador of hope is a representative of Christ on earth. A promoter of Christ on earth, a representative or ambassador is a representative of Christ on earth. To do what? To promote hope. You are representing Christ on earth. We are the God on this world. You and I are the representative of God. Remember, He created us in His own image. In the image of God, God created male and female. So we are here to represent God. We are here to represent God. And what God stands for? Hope. Jesus stands for hope. He came to give us hope. So in this case, we are looking at an ambassador of hope is a representative of Christ on earth to promote hope among mankind. We are to promote hope. We are to give people hope. We are to inspire hope among people. That is who you are. That is who I am. That is what everyone who professes Christ is supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be an ambassador of hope on earth. And Jesus said to his disciples, when you look at the book of John chapter 13 verse 15, Jesus gave an example to his disciples. He said, "For I have given you this." So I have given you this as an example so that you should do in your turn what I have done to you. You should do in your turn to others what I have done to you. That's what Christ said to his apostles. He said, "I have done this for you so that you also can go out there and do this to others." That is what I call it to. That is in John chapter 13, verse 15. So what Christ has given us, we are supposed to give to others. And that is hope. That is so. We are people of hopeless when Christ came. We don't know our left from right. We are people that doesn't know about salvation. We don't know where we are going, but Christ came and redeemed us. And that's what we're supposed to do. He said, we are people without hope. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 15. When you look at the book of Ephesians, it's something I would like to read so that we all can be a blessing of it. Ephesians, in the book of Ephesians chapter 2, verse 15, Christ was talking to us that we are people without. Paul was admonishing people, and let's look at what Paul said. He said, but Ephesians chapter 2, turn your Bible with me and let's all read it together. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12. He said, "Remember that you were at that time separated, living apart from Christ, excluded from all parts of him, and utterly estranged and at law from the right from the right, and as of a nation." That is that we are excluded from Christ. We are excluded, but thank God that Christ is with no knowledge of or right in God's agreement, is covenant, and you have no hope. You have no hope, no promise. You are in the worry. You are in the worry without God. You are worried without God. That's who we are. We are without God, but Christ came and gave us hope. And that's what we'll be doing this morning as well. We are people without hope, but Christ came and gave us hope and charged us to do that to others by being an ambassador of hope. That's what Christ came to do. We are without hope. Christ came and gave us hope. Christ came and gave us hope. And he said we should also be an ambassador of hope to everybody. So this is what Christ has given to us. When we have we are outlaw, when we are a stranger to the promise, when we have no inheritance in the promise, we are not part of the promises. Christ came and gave us hope. He reconciled us to God by giving us hope that don't worry, tomorrow will be better, it's going to be okay. And he gave us hope. So God said also the same thing, you should also go about and give people hope. And there's a question you need to ask yourself, whether you are an ambassador of hope, or that will make you know whether you are an ambassador of hope. That's a question you need to ask yourself. That one, you need to ask yourself this: am I a hope giver? Am I a hope giver? Can you say to yourself, you are a hope giver? If we should plug a tape to you right now to record everything you say from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, how many word of hope do you utter from your mouth? What hope do you give to people? Will you say you are a hope giver? If we should analyze everything that comes out of your mouth from the morning to evening, what will you say to yourself? How will you describe yourself? Will you say you are a hope giver, or you are people that discourage people with your word? What are you going to say? Will you say you are a hope giver? This question you need to answer it by yourself, and that's what will really help you. Am I a hope giver? Am I a hope giver? You need to ask yourself whether you are a hope giver. That's the only thing you will know You need to be truthful to yourself. How many people do I give hope in a day? How many word of hope do I utter in a day? How many things that give hope to people do I do in a day? And number two, you need to ask yourself, do people see me as a hope giver? Do people see you as a hope giver? You need to ask yourself whether people see you as a hope giver. There's another thing, seeing yourself as a hope giver, but do people see you as a hope giver? For instance, when people see me, they call me all kinds of names. Apostle of hope, apostle of hope, that they can say daddy of hope, they can say hope giver, apostle of hope himself. You say all kinds of names because that's what they identify me with. But the people see you as hope. The commission of this ministry is to go and give hope to the people, and everybody who identifies with this ministry must be able to give hope. People must know you to be a hope giver. When they are hopeless, they want to talk to you. When their situation is difficult, they want to talk to you. When things are hard, they want to talk to you. That's what they want to do. They want to talk to you. So you need to see yourself whether you are a hope giver. These are the things you need to begin to ask yourself. Am I hope giver? All things you need to ask yourself whether you are a hope giver or not. So this is the question you need to ask yourself. Am I hope giver, or do people see me as hope giver? Another question, number 3, you need to ask yourself that, do I talk hope? Do I live hope? And do I act hope always? To be an hope giver, you have to talk hope. It's very, very important to talk hope. It's very, very important. Do I talk hope? You ask yourself, do I live hope? Is my life reflecting hope? Is my life reflecting hope? You need to ask yourself whether your life is reflecting hope. You need to ask yourself whether your life is reflecting hope. These are the things you need to ask yourself. Is my life reflecting hope? Does my life speak hope? Does my life reflect hope? Do I act hope? Do I talk hope? All this is a question you need to ask yourself before you can know whether you are really an ambassador of hope. Do I talk hope every day? When I speak, how many words of hope come out of my mouth? When I talk to people, how many words of hope comes out of my mouth? Is my life an embodiment of hope? Do people look at me and say, oh, when I look at you, you give me reason to keep moving on? Is your life, depict hope? All this you need to ask yourself. And do you act hope? Because you cannot say you have hope and you're speaking hopelessly and you're looking hopelessly and you're acting hopelessly. No, it doesn't tally. So you must be able to ask yourself, do I act hope? Do I talk hope? And do I live hope? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself. And number 4, you need to ask yourself, am I a real ambassador of hope? Am I a real ambassador of hope? You need to ask yourself whether you're a real ambassador of hope. Can people see me and say, I am an ambassador of hope? All this is what you need to ask yourself. This will give you an idea of where you are in your commission by God to be his ambassador of hope to others. This will give you an idea of where you are. If you don't know where you are and in being ambassador of hope, all these 4 questions is what you need to ask yourself. And that will give you an idea of where you are. Jesus has commissioned you. Say, that which I have done, go and do it to others. Go and do the same to others. This is what will give you an idea of where you are when it comes to hope. This is what will give you an idea of who you are when it comes. And you can easily ask yourself, am I an ambassador of hope or not? This is what is going to really help you to determine who you are when it comes to hope. It's very, very important. You need to ask yourself. It's very, very important. You need to keep thinking about this. And it's very, very important. You need to ask yourself. Because this is the only thing you can do. Give people hope, talk hope, act hope, and be an ambassador of hope. It's very, very important. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. In the book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31 is talking about, but those who wait on the Lord, who expect, look for, and hope in him, shall change and renew their strength and power. Hope, you see, he has a way of empowering one. He has a way of strengthening one. The Bible says, those who wait on the Lord. And another scripture, another interpretation says, those who hope in the Lord. Those who hope in the Lord, who expect, Look for, look at the positive, look for and hope in God. Those who hope in God, He has a way of strengthening them. He has a way of strengthening them. He has a way of strengthening them. When you hope in God, you will be strengthened. When you hope in God, you will be empowered. When you hope in God, you will be strengthened. It's very, very important to note this, that when you hope in God, you will be extended. Hope gives strength and inner power to press on. Hope, it gives strength and inner power to keep moving on. If you want to move on in life, you need to have hope. Everybody that keeps moving on has inner power in them, and that inner power is hope. That inner power is ability to have hope. When somebody gives you hope, it strengthens you to move on. When somebody gives you hope, it strengthens you to continue the message of hope. So it's very, very important to really, understand this, and it's very important to be a good ambassador of hope. It's a very, very important thing that we need to do every day and every time. God bless you. I'll be coming to you on the second part of this message very shortly, but I want you to listen today and begin to think about this. Am I a hope giver? These are the 4 questions you need to ask yourself. God bless you. I'll be coming to you shortly on the part 2 of this message. Don't go away. I'll be back very shortly.